Hey, what is up? Welcome to the eighth installment of this podcast, the Gamer Vibes podcast. Sorry, my brain's a little fried today. Um, I'm just really
Aren't
grateful here. I'm sitting here in my new comfy ass chair. It's kind of a hand me down, I would like to say.
He got it from Matt because Matt got a
and
better
I
chair.
just I just want to let every viewer know that I am so grateful that you're here for an hour and to listen to us. So, as you may notice, we actually do have a new logo that just popped up. I want to thank a special user by the name of, well, I don't know if I'm allowed to blast his name. I don't want to DDoS him or anything like that.
I don't know.
So
I
I'm
can
just gonna,
just kind of add his name to the logo event later. For
yeah,
now,
you're gonna have to put that
it'll
in
kind
video
of have to
description.
wait.
Yeah. Well, anyways, regardless, the new logo was created by a friend of mine from back home. I'm not originally from where I live. I moved here. And I want to describe the story of how me and the guy who made the logo got married in the back of a Mustang. Yeah,
Continue.
hold on. What?
Continue.
so
You're
so back where I was
What?
living at the time, I was living with my roommate, and we decided that one day, hey, we're gonna go explore a cave, but we didn't have a ride, so we called up one of our older friends, and he's the guy that made the logo. He's driving this Mustang, right? So me and my roommate, we were massive stoners at the time, and we took a couple hits off a joint. And we walked into the car, and I was just so fucking high. And I remember we stopped at a 7-Eleven, and I went over to the guy who made Old Timey Films. I'm just gonna call him Old Timey Films. I went over to Old Timey Films, and I was just like, dude, I love you. I love you. You're so cool. You're my favorite friend. And he's all like, why don't we just get married right now? I was like, that's such a good idea. So my roommate Doug, I don't care if he gets on blast because he won't find me.
Wow.
Anyways, he made us hold hands, and he held his hands over ours, and he married us, and in quotations here, married us in the back of that Mustang. We got to the cave, we hung around, we made a pussy out of sand.
what the fuck?
Please tell
Yeah,
me you didn't
because
do what I think you did to it.
no. We're not that desperate.
Are you sure?
Are you sure about that?
Shut up.
Oh,
Anyway,
taking a look at X, I think you were that desperate.
I don't know. Okay, so by the time the high had died down, I know there was a couple other people in the car, but for the life of me, I can't fucking remember it because hey, I was stoned. So we get back in the car, we leave the cave, and everything's going fine. And the person driving the Mustang decided it would be a great idea just to start swerving along the road, just as for fun. He loses control of the car.
Oh no.
We start fucking drifting towards the right, and he overcorrects it into the left. We climb up a hill and we crash into a tree.
I like it. Do it again.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
and
Oh, fuck yeah, bud.
we like the only thing that happened to that Mustang is it lost its front bumper. That's it.
Dang,
Really?
that's a
It
tough
was a
ass
tough
Mustang.
little fucking car, and we're grateful to be alive because if we went the other way, we would have rolled over into a river and all died.
Oh, well then.
Yeah.
Been there, done
So
that.
on that day, I got married and almost died on the same day. So if you're listening to this podcast, Old Timey Films, I'm super grateful for you. You're an amazing friend, and you truly do mean the world to me. Thank you so much for everything that you do.
So you really took Till Death Do Us Part to a whole nother meaning.
Yes. That was it was an insane day. Just oh my god. I miss my old friends. Holy shit. I need to
And
call them
I.
up more.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna give you guys. I'm gonna say something, and you guys are gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Okay.
Alright.
I'm down.
Normally
ready?
we're like that anyways, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
We're stupid.
If I multiply Michael Jackson by pizza and carry the 500, how many remaining dodgeballs will fit in outer space? Well, you see, the answer to that is given the fact that pigs are chicken, and the absence of the 27th letter of the alphabet, 19, is the main problem to this solution. Fractionally, when you grab a hat and eat it, then a watermelon will fall from the ground, and that makes it so that the iPhone 12 Pro Max and Mr. Beast will get a pet snail named Robert Downey Jr. So the answer you were looking for is lavender orange.
No, I think
I
it's
had
green
a
and
fucking
blue.
stroke listening to that.
What the? I love
can
that,
feel
but
my
what the
face
fuck,
drooping.
Salty?
I apologize to all of our viewers that had to listen to that.
Well, no, you got to explain. What the fuck was that?
I don't know. One of my friends just sent me a random video, and I quoted it.
Coffee pasta.
No, it was literally word for word. If I multiply Michael Jackson by
No,
pizza,
stop!
Not again. Not again.
Oh my god! I just don't want to have another fucking
Badass.
Salty giving off strokes.
You're giving out strokes like fucking Pokemon cards.
That's gonna be the title of this video.
Oh, 100%.
Salty making everybody have strokes.
I don't know, aren't I?
Oh yeah.
I-
So are we gonna
I
play
will.
picture roulette at all, or?
Probably next week.
Aw,
we can
man.
do it this week.
Because I want
That
to.
last. I mean, you can rant and then we can play it for the remaining time.
Alright. Grim, do you want to say something before I rant and take up all the time
Yeah.
we have this week?
We have an hour and it's been
Grim.
6 minutes. If you're gonna take that
I'm gonna
long,
fucking go on a rant, dude. I'm gonna go
And then
on
we
a rant.
can talk about it while he's doing this rant too, and just give him some insight to our problems and stuff.
he's ranting
That's
about
what
a
I'm
job.
thinking about.
I can't judge.
So say your piece, or forever, shut the fuck up.
You're not ranting for 53 minutes.
All right.
Just let him
Well-
rant. He won't finish in 53 minutes. Okay, he won't.
Yeah, I know
And
he
that
won't.
time
That's
of-
my problem.
Dude,
Well, that's
I
what I'm
will
trying to get at.
most
If he won't
likely.
finish, we could talk about it, and then we can close out the video.
Hey, okay, you're getting 25 minutes to rant. Okay, you ready?
Got it. That's fine. Start it in 3,
One.
2, 1.
All right, go ahead and start.
I have had 7 people quit their job at where I work. So this past weekend was open to close, literally cook open to close, running around with my head like I had chicken with its head cut off. Oh my god. We had one person walk out because of a stupid ass reason. Another person quit because he got a new job. Good for him. So Friday was fucking great. Like, oh my god, I was there till we closed at 12. We got out of there at 12:25. Alright, I come home. I was like, alright, tomorrow won't be as bad. Hopefully. I wake up. I get to work and they tell me they've been non-stop busy, and this is Saturday.
Uh-oh.
They cooked from 11 in the morning on Saturday to 12 o'clock at midnight. When we closed, I was there till 3 in the morning.
Uh-oh.
Sunday, it happens all over again, and I'm there till 3 in the fucking morning.
Oh, damn.
But here's where it gets a little interesting. Sunday. And I've told this to so many people I know because I'm proud of myself for this.
That's not a good
They
thing.
hired a guy who used to... Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Well, are you going to continue ranting or?
Thank you.
I'm telling to shut up.
Grim. He spoke up for like 2
He is.
seconds.
I spoke
Alright.
2 words.
Yeah, and I said shut up. So I'm really proud of this, so that's why I've been telling everybody this. Sunday, they hired a guy who used to be homeless. He didn't
Okay.
know he doesn't know work ethic right now because, you know, he just got done being homeless with that life and trying to turn his life around and trying to get help with that.
Good for him. Good
Well,
for him.
Sunday, he kind of just stood around for the 2 hours that, you know, you're there for your first day and, you know, seeing, you know, kind of testing the waters a little bit in your first day. But he kind of just stood around not knowing what to really do. My boss was like, I don't know if this is really going to work out. And I had a talk with him on Monday about it before this guy got here. His name starts with an R. I'm not going to say his name, but we're just, whenever I say the word or the letter R, we know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
They wanted to fire him, and I was like, hey, give me a month to train him. There's echo.
Where's the echo coming from?
I don't know, but I heard echo for like 2 seconds.
Okay.
I told my boss Gary, I was like, hey, give me a month to train him. If it doesn't go right, I'll be the one to blame.
All right.
And I looked at him, and he did a lot better on Monday because, you know, I was starting to really, you know, train him and kind of teach him all this stuff. And then yesterday, he was kind of struggling at the end of his shift on Monday, so he asked for some advice Tuesday. And this is before we opened, so I sat down with him and I talked to him. And I told him the things that a former coworker told me that doesn't work there anymore, but he got a better job, so he moved on. He wasn't the one who he wasn't one of the people who quit. He moved on to a better job, and I'm happy for this guy. But he told me, because they didn't, my boss Gary and Trevor, they did not like me at the beginning. They thought that I would, you know, not work out and, you know, not be a good worker. So this is where this guy comes in to give me this advice. And he told me that I just need to come every day, put the stuff that's going on outside of work behind me the moment I step through those doors. And that's what I'm telling this guy. I'm telling R everything. And I told him the 4 important things that I've remembered from that talk that I had with the other guy. Wake up, bust ass when you're at work, make money, and have fun while you're doing it. And if you come to work every day with that work ethic of busting your ass, you're gonna show the people who hired you that it wasn't a mistake. And I got really religious with him for a second, and I told him God has a plan for you. He had a plan. Being homeless was part of that plan. Coming here and working here was part of that plan. Meeting me and hearing this was part of that plan.
That's dark.
And I told him, you just got to stick with it because you have amazing potential. And I told him, anything you need, I'm always there. And at the end of the night, before I went to clock out, he looks at me and he goes, why are you so nice to me? And I looked at him and was like, because I have a very kind heart and I want to see people like you. You've had a really rough past and I really want to see you succeed, and I will help you in any way I can. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to be there. And I looked at him because he worked today when I had today off, and I was like, I'm not there tomorrow, but you are. And I asked him what was the 4 things you need to remember about coming to work every day. He said the 4 things, and I was like, come tomorrow, bust ass, don't let me down. I'll check up on you when I come back to work on Friday. When he comes back to work Saturday or Sunday, one day this weekend, I'm going to see how he's doing, you know, continue training him. But, like, I really want to help this guy get back on his feet. He's only a couple years older than me, but, like, I feel like I can really, you know, be a big impact on this guy.
Good, Matt. You're doing really good.
And, like, I don't know. It's when he told me that he used to be homeless, something just kind of snapped in my brain, like, you're helping this guy. Any way you can, you're helping this guy. And I told him, I was like, if we ever work at the same time on the same days, I will give you my number on this later this weekend. I will give you rides to work. I will do this. I'll do that. So I'm really trying to, because someone stuck their head out for me working there, and I'm trying to, still do everything that guy told me,
And pay it back.
and I'm trying to pay it back onto the next guy to where one day R has the trust of my bosses like I have now. I didn't have my boss's trust when I started. I may have known my boss since I was a little kid because he used to hang out with my brother, but that doesn't mean that I instantly had outside work trust with him. That doesn't mean I had inside work trust. Now I do. So I'm really, trying to take this guy under my wing and, show him everything. But getting back to the rant, we got fucked Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday wasn't too bad. Tuesday is promotional day, which means they got promos going on all day, which means we were busy as shit. It fucking sucked. The other part of the rant, I don't know if I want to go into detail, but
Just go ahead. Seriously,
Go
man.
for it.
loving someone who doesn't love you back is one of the hardest things that I am going through, or that anyone can
Absolutely.
go through.
Yeah.
Currently, right now, I'm fighting with my demons. I'm trying to do all this. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to show that person I can be a better person. But at this point, I'm thinking, what the fuck's the point? And honestly, at the end of the day, I still will love that girl. But I really got to do some hard thinking about it, because I went through this too many times. I don't know if I want to get hurt again.
And I have a bit to say about that here in just a moment. I'm just lighting an incense in my room because it fucking stinks. I'll be right back.
Smells like
Um,
a
My
rabbit.
parents would light stuff in my room.
I don't know. I'm really worried. I wasn't there today to help out R. I really hope he did good. I really hope he listened to me. I'm kind of stressing over that, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. I'm sure that he appreciates your helping him. So whatever
Like,
happens, just don't blame yourself, okay?
he's really trying to get back on his feet. He's trying to do this, and I've been kind of thinking about it today. Ginge, that's kind of why we went down there to go, get food there at
Yeah,
my
I
work.
get you.
I
get
didn't want
you.
to go back there and distract him and ask everybody how he was doing like I wanted to, because I want, I don't want to put too much pressure on him to where he, can't handle the pressure and he ends up, quitting.
Yeah.
I want to see him succeed in a way that, I know that I helped him. I haven't done. I've been kind of an asshole at work. I've done a lot of things wrong in my life, but right now I'm trying to do one good thing for somebody that I don't really even know anything about. And
Well,
he was telling me a little bit about how he was homeless, and it just makes me appreciate the shit that they go through and all of that. And it really makes me want to help him even more, because, like, I don't want him going back to that. He was standing outside of my work Saturday and Sunday, trying to literally sell candy for 25 cents to still make a living. And when I saw that, I brought him in there and I was like, hey, I'm going to get you a job. I did that, and now I'm going to help him get back on his feet.
and
Because
That's very admirable. Like,
I can't. That broke my heart seeing him trying to literally sell. God, I can't remember what the name of the candy is, but everybody knows the butterscotch wrapper caramel. I think it's called Werthel's Originals
I
or
have
something
Rolos
like
no
that.
idea what he's
Orpheus
talking about.
original. Okay.
Yeah, something like that. He was literally selling a bag of that,
Mhm.
and he was selling a piece of candy for 10, 15 cents each. He'd sell
Oh.
Jolly Ranch. I gave him all of the Jolly Ranchers I had in my backpack Saturday to help him try and sell that because we were too busy to get him to start hiring Saturday. We told him to come back Sunday and we would hire him. I told him to come back Sunday and I told him I'd be here at 4, so come back at 4 and I'll help you get a job then. But he literally told me that he made only $4 selling the Jolly Ranchers and literally had to eat the rest for his dinner Saturday.
Holy shit, man.
So I don't know, him knowing that I'm helping him out and just trying to be a better person, I'm not doing this for my support. I'm not doing this for me. I'm not doing this to make me feel any better. I'm doing this to help somebody out.
It's
And
it's genuine human kindness. It's a very lost art in today's crazy ass world. Everyone's so worried about themselves and everyone's so worried about what's going to happen next, especially with this pandemic that just we went through. Like,
yeah.
it's so hard to come by kindness in the world, and that's a big thing to me. I thrive on kindness because I believe that one simple act will build upon another, and it's
Yes.
just across a chain reaction that goes throughout the world. Like, there are days that I will be going to work and I'll see somebody buying a couple waters for his family to go on a trip or something, and I'll fucking pay for it. Like, I have no problem doing it. I don't do it for me because I want to flex on everybody and be like, oh, I got a credit card, I'm awesome. No, it's not like that at all. I just want to see people happy, and that's my big thing. I I thrive on happiness, and when people are unhappy, I'm unhappy right there next to them. I I I want to let people know that I'm hurting with them.
I'll do that all the time at work too. Yeah. Uh, Being honest, sometimes I'll see a table with an adult and like 2, 3 kids or something, and the adult is like having kind of a bad day trying to keep all these kids in check,
Mm-hmm.
and instead of like being like all my other coworkers and like snarking at her like, well, maybe you shouldn't have had kids if you can't handle the responsibility. I'm like, do you need some help, ma'am? We have some crayons, some coloring sheets, and I can get some chocolate milk or something for him to calm him down. And she's like, that'd be nice, thank you. I'll encounter that a couple times, and the kids will sit down and they'll be like, thank you. And I'm like, yeah, of course, you guys got to promise to be good for your mama, okay? And sorry, that's actually something that actually did happen. The kids sat down with their coloring books and the crayons and that I brought out to them, and they're like, thank you. And I was like, yeah, you guys just got to be good for mom, and maybe I'll bring you a dessert, okay? And they're like, okay, we promise. And I'll occasionally get really good tips for it, but I don't want to accept the money for it because I'm just trying to be nice.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't be paid for kindness. I know that's going to be
No.
kind of controversial for everybody because everyone has their own
Yeah,
stake on that. But for me, I don't want to be paid for my kindness. I want to be
I just
remembered for my kindness.
exactly.
It's
It's a
I don't know. It's something mentally in my mind just went off saying, how I need to literally help this guy. And I couldn't begin to tell you exactly why. But
It's because
It's
you're human.
We
It's
all
because
have those.
I just don't want to. I didn't want to
Because it-
see him back in that situation because he was telling me all this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not letting you go back to that.
it's honestly a very lost trait. People see homeless people all the time. And sure, some people tend to deserve it when, they still have a fucking tie off on their arm and a needle in their arm and stuff like that. People like that do deserve help. Everyone deserves help. But
Yeah.
when you're continuously going into that loop of addictions and stuff like that, you're only hurting yourself and the other people around you who still support you, if you have any. Like my dad's a very, very bad alcoholic. He's been drinking ever since I was like 6 years old. I used to have to fucking wake myself up, get myself dressed at 7 years old, walk myself to the bus station, and go to school that way. My dad would spend most of his nights drinking and falling asleep on the couch. And up until I was about 17 or 18 years old, I lived with that type of thing until I got to the point where I was like, you know what, enough's enough. I'm not going to support you drinking and me working and busting my ass off, and then you're asking me to help you with rent. I get it. You're not. I love my dad to death, and I can't imagine what would happen if I ever lost him. But at that same time, those years of pain that have built up over and over and over, it made me a lot more resilient to the type of things that he used to do. And don't get me wrong, I love my dad. I'll help him wherever I can, but at the same time, he dug his own grave. I'm not going to travel down the road just because you need somebody there for your fuck ups. But that doesn't mean I'm not caring enough to help you out. I know that seems a little condescending, but that's kind of the truth of the situation.
To being honest, I do the exact same thing with my mom because, like, I remember like just being a kid and getting up for kindergarten or something in the morning and having to walk myself to school because I lived within the vicinity of the school that I didn't have to take the bus, but it was about a 3-block walk as a 6-year-old through a slightly dangerous neighborhood.
Exactly.
And I would come home from school going the exact same route, and my mom would be sitting there passed out on the couch, and I would grab her bottle of whatever she was drinking, and I would take it to the kitchen sink and dump it out. I told her multiple times, Mom, can I please have some help with my homework? And she was like, yeah, you're in kindergarten. Ask your teacher, you'll figure it out. Okay.
It's not cool.
Yeah.
That's really not cool.
Yeah. And then there was times that, yeah.
That's one thing
that were always like that.
That's one thing I'm super, super serious about, because alcoholism, people don't see it as a drug, but alcohol is definitely
really
a fucking drug. It alters your perceptions, and if you're not fucking careful enough, you will get addicted to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no, I shouldn't say this, but I have no fucking sympathy when it comes to alcoholism.
Same.
Like, if you made the choice to pick up that bottle and you made the choice to make that drink, you can make the choice to fucking give it up for the people that fucking matter to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what I told my dad when I left. I actually, the night I left my hometown, I don't really share this story a lot, but I'll tell you what happened. It was my dad's birthday. He went out drinking. I had to wake up pretty early to go to work where I was working as a shift lead at McDonald's. So I was trying to take a bath, try to relax, try to smoke a J a little bit, and just, go to sleep. Well, I'm in the middle of this bath and trying to relax, and my dad comes in. He's fucking screaming everywhere. And I got out of the shower, and I could tell my dad was drunk, and I was just beyond it. I didn't care. So I looked my dad straight in the eye. I'm like, look, Dad, you get 2 chances here. You can piss me off twice. If you piss me off a third time, I'm going to fucking hit you. And he blew through those chances like that, like super quick. And I punched him in the leg, and I told him to fucking listen to me. He grabbed my arm, and he wouldn't let go. So I grabbed his hand on top of my arm. I pulled him back, and I headbutted him. I cut his head open from his forehead down to his eye. He's bleeding everywhere. I get a little bit of a concussion. My dad's girlfriend at the time told me to fucking cool down and go take a walk. So that's what I did. I grabbed my phone, I grabbed my wallet, I went over to my job to go get myself patched up, get some water, text my friends like, hey, I don't know if I'm coming back home tonight. I don't feel too safe, but I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on. So about 30 minutes passed after that. I managed to get back to the house. I tried to open the door to get my shit and just go sleep outside. My dad told me I wasn't fucking welcome in his house, and he slammed the door on me. I knocked again. I was like, Dad, I'm just grabbing my shit. You're not going to have to see me anymore. He's like, it doesn't matter. I broke all your shit. And I go, what? So I forced my way into the house. And the first thing I see is my Nintendo Switch, which I poured $600 into easy of my own money into that thing. It's completely shattered, broken, everything. Won't even turn on. So I was pretty mad about that. I also had a guitar that I've had since I was 16.
You told
It
us
had
this one.
I did?
Yeah,
Not on the podcast,
shattered
but
guitar. Yeah, not on the
But
podcast.
this is
but-
on the podcast I did? Oh
No, I
shit.
don't
no,
think
not on
you
the
did.
podcast, but
I don't think
you
you told
told us
any of this in the
personally.
podcast.
Well, I think I told you about the guitar part where
yeah.
Mm-mm.
I had my friend's engravings in this guitar, and I've had it
Yep.
for several years. This is the guitar I learned how to play on. Open the case, the neck's completely broken. And if people don't know this about a guitar, if the neck's broken on the guitar, it is completely unfixable. You cannot fix it. So I remember just going white. I remember just feeling this heart-crushing feeling of, well, that's it. There's nothing more I can do. And I started screaming and yelling at my dad, and I just told him I fucking hated him. I told him that I wish that he would just drink himself to death. I wished all this horrible shit on him. I smashed my guitar in a million pieces, and I smashed it because I was just so fucking angry. Every bit of my being was in that guitar. I cried on that guitar while I was playing it. I went through 3 terrible breakups with that guitar. I went through my fucking drug addiction with that guitar, And the fact that it was completely broken and everything was gone, I fucking lost it. I remember smashing my guitar, crying on the floor for a little bit, and then my dad tried to console me and just tell me, like, you shouldn't be saying that type of shit. I walked away from him. I went into my dad's girlfriend's kid's room, and I decided to fucking kill myself. I told myself, like, look, if I can't help my dad's addiction by loving him enough to hurt him, then what's it gonna take? Is it gonna take for me to die to fucking help him? And that was my thought process. I honestly thought that if I died, I could save my dad. So I grabbed my belt and I tied it around my neck and I tried to fucking suffocate myself to death. And I probably was there for about 30 seconds, but it felt like a fucking hour. I remember tears just going down through my eyes and all this stupid shit. And my dad managed to fucking untie the knot, drunk as hell, which I still don't understand. And I don't remember much more after that. I remember just crying, calling my mom, and just telling her, I need you. And then the next day, I stayed up for 24 hours after this. And the next day, I'm going on a ride with my mom. I passed out sometime, and I woke up in a bed. And on that day, I had a new purpose in life, and that was to help as many people as I can. Because without that without that night with my dad, I would still be smoking pot daily. I would still be living in a crack house. I'd still be convinced that the police in Vernal were after me. I'd be, I wouldn't be the type of person I am today. And yeah, I hold a lot of resentment towards my dad, but at the end of the day, he's still my dad. I fucking love him. Regardless of all the shitty things he's done to me, regardless of the years of abuse, I love him. And that's probably the worst thing that I can love. So I understand where you're coming from when you said loving someone who doesn't love you back hurts the most, because I love people, but at the same time, people don't love me besides you guys, and I'm super super fucking grateful for you.
Be careful what you say, or else your husband will
And
think you're
we're
cheating.
really grateful for you too, man. So don't ever forget that.
Yeah, I won't.
I mean, to everybody out there listening on our podcast, without Ginge actually made a really big impact on my life as well, and I'm actually pretty comfortable sharing this story. But for years, I've suffered from just straight up chronic nightmares. I'm talking like nightmares that you wouldn't want to see. Stuff that would really, really, really fuck with you. So I've never really told this to either Grim or Quakers, but Ginge knows a lot about this.
Yes, I do.
Almost right after my 8th grade year, my best friend since kindergarten, we're just gonna call her Jay. One day, Jay's stepdad got really, really wasted, and he raped her. I hold a lot of resentment over this because Jay texted me when I was out school shopping for freshman year. I was just out with my mom. She was like, "Hey, can we talk?" And I was like, yeah, we can talk here in a minute. I'm in town right now, but I can get back to you later." And she was like, "Okay." And so my mom and I were on our way home, so I texted her, "Hey, we're on our way home, so I'll be able to talk here in a few minutes." She didn't respond, so I was like, okay, maybe she's just not by her phone right now. And we got home, and Jay she lived directly across from my house, so my mom and I pulled into the driveway, and we were obviously very panicked because there was an ambulance and 2 police cars right next to her house. And her mom was in the driveway crying, sitting next to a stretcher that had Jay's body on it, and the police were in the house and brought her dad out in handcuffs. And I saw Jay on the stretcher last, and I knew something was wrong. And without thinking, I ran over to the ambulance, and I was like, "What's going on? Jay, where's Jay?" And Jay's mom pulled me into a hug, and I was scared. Like, that was the worst terror that I ever felt. But one of the police officers, they told me to go home and that something was wrong with Jay, and they had to get her to a hospital. But later that night, Jay was pronounced dead because after her stepdad did that thing on her, she attempted to kill herself, and she succeeded. But ever since that day, I blamed myself for not answering her text and not talking to her. And yeah, ever since then, I've had chronic nightmares of Jay blaming me for her death, and a lot of my other friends dying in similar ways, and them also blaming me. Ginge has actually helped me get through this, and he's still helping me get through this. I've been updating him with progress reports and all the good things. So,
I'm
yeah.
very glad for that, by the way. Thank
Yeah. So, thanks to Ginge, from it used to be about, I want to say, 1 to 2 nightmares every single night to about 1 nightmare every 2 weeks now. So, I'm getting better, and I have Ginge to thank for that. And frankly, I actually have almost everybody in the podcast with me here to thank for it. Every single one of the people in this podcast helped me get to where I am.
Oh, hey, we're always here.
you. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
And I'm
not
really
like
thankful for you guys. But
it's you three are like my best friends.
forget friends, we're family.
You're pretty much
Exactly.
we
You guys are
guys
my
are my
ride or
brothers.
die. You
Hell yeah.
guys may not be blood, but you guys are the closest thing to family that I have besides my sister. Well, and brother, but
Yeah.
We don't talk about him.
you guys are the closest things I have to siblings besides my actual sibling. So,
Yeah.
At the
it-
end of the day, we all have our own. This is the thing about kindness that I learned. We don't know what other people are going through. We have a mirror projected in front of us, and we're focused on our own problems. The moment you start looking past that mirror and you start looking around and seeing people who are hurting just as bad as you or worse, it opens your eyes to so many more perspectives and so many more challenges in life that you would never thought possible. One of my best friends from back home has a mother who's dealing with a meth problem. She's been dealing with it for 20 years and she's gone strong. I haven't kept up on her for too long. And I'm really scared that she has gone back to her old ways. But at that same time, those types of problems dwarf mine in so many different levels. And on other sides, my problems can be massive to her. She can never understand how it's like to deal with an alcoholic parent. I can never understand what it's like to be on meth for 3 years, you know? When you start opening your eyes to those types of perspectives and to people, you really get you gain a new sight into people and be like, well, if I was in that situation, this is exactly what I would do.
you
And
start looking at life a little differently.
you start looking at life very much different.
You
Like,
have a newfound appreciation for it.
Oh
and
yeah,
exactly. So
is Grim even
let's say
here?
your name.
I'm here.
On
I'm
another
just.
note, is Grim even here?
I'm here.
I don't know.
I'm here. I'm
Grim.
here. Can you not hear me?
Grim.
Can you not hear me?
Grim.
Hello. Hello.
Is he still in the call?
I'm here.
It says he is, but I can't
Why is he
hear him.
not here?
Can they not hear me?
Yo, dipshit!
Hey, Grim. Oh, he's typing. We can't
No,
hear
we
you,
cannot
Grim.
hear you at all.
No.
You've been making remarks this entire.
Fuck.
So, just for everyone listening in, we had a technical issue where you guys and me could hear everything they were saying, and they could hear none of me. So a lot of what just happened was me yelling at them while they tried to go asked if I could hear them. So yeah, Are you guys there?
Oh, God damn it.
I don't think anything went wrong with the recording. We'll have to double check. Just
What?
remember 44 minutes, okay? Remember 44 minutes and we'll see like where it broke. Just for everyone listening, the podcast paused itself when I was like typing to them to figure out what was going on. So there's like a slight cut in like where things are and such.
Shit's fucked.
Oh, shit.
So like there's a
We
huge
fixed it.
chance we went from
Anyways,
talking about
This
the
has actually been one of those podcasts.
I really am enjoying doing this because, like,
because like what?
It gives
I
you
also
an
sent you
We're
a
getting to
joke
know
and
each
like
other a
you're
little bit
more.
really quiet.
I know I'm quiet, okay?
I'm like, oh
I love how we
no,
keep
I was like, you're being
came
like,
back from
I
being.
was like, you're being
scared.
really silent.
Oh no, I literally wasn't. So when you said something, I was like, here, I'm just not talking. Got silent again. My friend? Hello? Hello?
struggles and
All of us together share a collective of 3
they're all
brain
fighting for
cells.
fourth place.
Why do we keep going like dead
Yeah, we share a
silent?
collective of 3 brain cells. 2 of them belong
I
to
can hear
me.
you. I can hear you, Grim.
I know.
Trust
but
me,
the
I
thing
can
is,
hear
like,
you.
Everyone, like,
Wait,
everyone
what? Grim's in
stops.
the chat now?
What? I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. No, what's going on is like you guys like stop talking all together at
What?
the exact same time at like certain
I-
points.
I-
and,
I
like,
can
oh,
hear
is
him.
my
What's
audio
going on?
dead?
I really cannot hear him at all.
What?
Can you not hear me at all?
I'm fucking.
I was about to say I'm gonna start screaming.
fucking
No.
with
I was about to say I'm gonna start screaming, and you're gonna be the one to
Change out of
apologize
left
for
field.
like.
I'm fucking with
the-
you.
Yeah, no, you would have had to apologize to the poor people listening into this podcast for why their eardrums are blood. My friends. Stop doing that! Why are you all going quiet at once? It's don't do it.
Stupid. They're all fighting for fourth place.
Yeah, they're all fighting for 4th place.
What? Anyways,
We're about as sharp as a marble. Anyways, yeah. I hope we bore the audience to death with our life stories and stuff like that.
We haven't.
We just wanted to kind of make a more serious toned podcast this week.
I wanted to go
just
on a
to-
fucking rant. I'll just say it
you
this
did
way.
for
I
like
wanted
10
to go on a
minutes. Now
rant.
shut up. You did. It may have been short, but it was a rant. Why do you keep doing radio silent? Hello? Hello? Oh, no, wait. Wait, what's going on? Okay, let's see what's going on.
What did I do?
Everyone's serious.
Honestly, you should just erase.
What is going on? Okay, it's going again. Guys, I figured out what the problem was. The Discord was starting to break a
Again,
bit.
technical difficulties.
Again, I need a better computer. Anyway. Guys.
That
Oh,
joke
you're
anymore.
fucking great.
God damn it. Why'd you tell me a job? Now I can't use that fucking joke anymore. I mean, I'm happy for you, but god damn it. I lost the privilege of using a joke. You
None of you
asshole.
heard
I
what I
feel
said,
like
did
the
you?
dad jokes are gonna be strong with Matt.
Dad,
None of you
Oh
heard
yeah,
what I
I've
said.
already got them like already like planned out and shit. Like, oh my god, I got that shit on lock.
I missed
Well,
something.
anyway,
Oh,
Um,
speaking of dad jokes,
we got shit
Ginge,
back on.
I have one for you.
What's up?
After that, we got to get back on track of talking about song suggestions.
You know it's playing right now, right?
Absolutely.
So, Ginge, my dad joke for you.
Okay.
What do you want, Hughes? I'm talking. Hi, talking. I'm dead.
That's so dark.
Oh God. Welcome.
I'm
I
so
told her
sorry.
it was a comedy, which it is.
You did tell me it was comedy. You told me it was an action adventure anime, so technically you didn't lie, but still it hurt.
Oh ho ho. Comedy.
It does hurt. Anyways, song suggestions. Let's get on top.
Can you
I
guys
will
hear
lift
me?
this fucking minecart and put it on the rails.
Can you guys hear me?
Jesus.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, we
Okay,
can
I
hear
had
ya.
to double check. Okay. Sorry. Hello?
And Wonder Years Band, please fucking listen to them.
Oh
They
my-
are such a good.
I hate. We
Hello?
might have to like end the podcast early because my Discord just broke again until I checked it. Hello?
Oh no.
Oh no. Just keep Discord open. Don't worry about OBS.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna have to do that for now.
And he's
well-
gone.
I'm right here.
Anyways, that's my song suggestions. Those two songs. Out of My Feet
What songs were they?
came out swinging.
Anyways, so we might have to end this
Can you not hear me?
podcast early, everybody. We are so sorry for the technical difficulties. Grimm's computer literally just sucks ass in the worst way possible, so
I mean,
hopefully
rude
we'll get
but
that
not
fixed for you guys
rude
soon.
but true.
Rude but not inaccurate.
Um,
Oh, Salty, you want to end
Yeah.
it? Salty, you
Oh
want to end
shit,
it?
the outro
Okay,
again?
go
Okay,
ahead.
okay.
Oh, we're doing an outro?
Hello.
The hell?
Okay, so Grim, no, we cannot hear you.
You can't?
Anyways, so
You can't?
thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, everything in this podcast is strictly our opinions. If you have an opinion on our life stories that were shared in this video, point it to your door and then go dump yourself into the pits of hell. Thank you very much. Anyways,
This has been
This is so
bye-bye.
annoying that they.
bye.